future self, I'm a little pooped out. Not having a good day so far. Mostly just in a lot of pain. But I'm trying to do physical therapy to help with it, so good job. Hi self. Pain's a little bit better. I did a bunch of PT. I can't really like stand still long or sit. But I have been working on today's pages. So I got this idea last night that I would make a model of the studio. Door, window, closet, that I could break down and fold into my notebook, and this is my first try. Some of these tabs are still gluing, but they come away on one side and they affix with little pins. What are those called? Paper clips. So once it's all dry, I'm gonna deconstruct it back into one flat piece and then work on like writing and notes and stuff in it and see how that works. And try to remember what each bit is so that I can organize my thoughts into this space that fits in my notebook. Now that the studio model is dry, I have part of it taken apart and I am marking the valley and mountain folds that get it all into its flat orientation, and then I'm also measuring, because I want to be able to do this again and have it be easier next time, I'm just measuring all of the panels so that I know what I did and I can change it for next time or do the same thing. Okay, I have the camera on a thing, on a screen. It's all very lumpful. Okay, so I have my diagram studio, and this is how you collapse it into a page. It has a series of tabbed pieces that go around the corners. I'm going to take all of those off. Tap, 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 tap. And then there's one down here. And I'm going to leave it on the window. Go on! And its tab goes flat to the bottom. Okay. So, then we follow all the mountain and valley folds. So this one is valley. So this one goes like this. And you can now see that all of the measurements are on here. Valley and flat. So this one goes like this. This is a valley. This one is a valley. And these two can go either way. Can fold the wall in first and then this. I don't really think it matters. And then this strip, which is the outer wall with the window, has one valley here, one mountain. Oops, I'm already doing it wrong. One valley, one mountain, and one valley. So it comes like together like that. And then this is also a valley, so oops, we gotta check that in. Here, comes down here, and then I just have two neodymium, I think, or just whatever kind of flat magnets. I tried using these very thin magnets and it just wasn't strong enough, so I have a much heavier magnet now. And so now we can get the notebook and put the studio into the notebook. And it works great. It turns like a regular page. You can floof it out just from its current location. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. There's a little bit of a problem with the magnets getting stuck to the binder, but you can floof it all out while it's still in the notebook, or you can keep it flat. So yeah, now I'm going to work more on taking notes in it. As with most of my notebook pages, I'm never entirely sure like why I'm doing this or what the goal is. It's sort of an experimental thing. So I put in the table. So this is the table that I'm currently sitting at here. And I put in my sewing table over here. And inside the closet, I hid away sort of this giant mess of stickers and drawings and stuff. I really like having this thing. I'm not really sure the best way to use it. So I'm just sort of playing around and maybe I will discover something. And done! I'm really excited about this thing. So I'm going to give you a tour. First, this is this wall right here. And on the other side of the wall are stairs. So I put in some little stairs so that when it's vertical, it's got stairs on it. And on the other side of this wall, which is that one over there, is the utility sink, the washer, and the dryer. So I did some experiments with what's on the other side of this wall. What's directly below us, and what is under the floor? 1, rats. I know that for a fact because Lola keeps killing them. 2, spiders. We have a billion. 3, spider webs. 4, piles of dirt and other refuse. 5, boards. 6, roots? Sure, roots. Maybe also crayons. Ah, I love this thing so much. Okay, so that means we can fold. We've done that. And I did use the backs of all the walls to sort of think through some of the issues of this piece. Basically, how I would use AR to make this a much easier sort of setup instead of spending all of this time building this one space. Being able to sort of snap a picture of the space I was currently in, maybe a library, and then save spatial information inside of that, but then have it sort of collapse down into my notebook and be able to pop it back up again. So there's a bunch of writing on the backs that's about that. This is the inside of the closet right here, so let's put that together. It's definitely the wildest part. And I have this little kitten right here, which is not in the camera. Kitten! Because the cat was napping in there when I was making it. So pull off this, open the tab, connect the tab to the wall, put the paper clip back on. Let's do that for the rest of the closet. Do. The whole back of this wall is other sort of journaling stuff about sort of what I feel about this thing, what the advantages of physical notebooks are, and sort of how we can combine the advantages of virtual and physical objects using AR and machine learning. So basically the advantages of physical objects are that they have higher rates of retention and learning, especially with handwritten material, better temporal clustering. Like if you write in a notebook and all the pages are bound, even if you don't finish that notebook, you tend to like cluster things in certain time periods, which is harder to do in digital. Even though those things have automatic timestamps on them, they tend to get sort of like shuffled around, and it doesn't have the same kind of clustering. Notebooks also increase focus because you don't like wander off into Facebook and stuff. So adding AR on top of notebooks, I would want to be able to keep that increased focus. Also, there's like embodied text writing, you're actually using your body to like make things and write. And there are studies that show that physical notebooks increase processing speed and reduce copying. So the advantage of adding AR things, which is what I was experimenting with the paper model, or I guess it's called a paper prototype, are that you can add search, you can add machine learning, you can add spatial components, stuff like that. So that's what all this back is right here. Open this up, this on here, and then put this on here. I thought this was pretty effective. I love the little outside branch with the eyeballs on it. I definitely feel like I need to make more of them in order to have a better understanding of how they work and why I'm doing it and everything. But here's my little studio model. And you can open the little door. And you can go in there and you can see the little kitten. And I also put current dog napping spot. She has moved since then. And underneath the sewing table is another little dogget. And it says dog cave because she likes to sleep under there. So, yep. It's a thing.